Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to All About Racing for the 9th round of the season. And we're here in Sin City in the heart of the Nevada desert. It's the Las Vegas Grand Prix for this one. As you can see, just the clock ticking in to qualifying. 6 kilometres this circuit, one of the longest on the calendar. 3.6 miles an imperial, appropriate for where we are in the world. 17 corners around this circuit. We're going to race 25 laps later on, which is the equivalent of around 155 kilometres, 95 miles. We're going to have top speeds around this place of 215 miles an hour down the Las Vegas Boulevard, aka the Strip, where you're going to run the C3 softs, C2 mediums and C1 hard tyre. Big D leading the Drivers' Championship now on 238 points. And just behind on 227, Famous Wayne, E-Golf in third on 216, 197 for KX and Mikey on 194. Andrea Borg in sixth, seventh is Pigs to Fly, Atmos in eighth, ninth is Raz and Destroy, and RS is 10th in the Drivers. Williams are in the lead in the Constructors' Championship on 400 and 50 points, 365 for second. Haas 337 for Mercedes, 285 for Racing Bulls and Alpine on 282. Sauber in 6th, 7th Aston Martin, Red Bull in 8th, 9th McLaren and 10th, and last is the two Scuderia cars, the Ferrari duo, not doing so well this season. So a lot of drivers now already out on track. Just bear with me 2 seconds, guys. It'll be about a minute or so. So apologies. So, apologies for that. We had a couple of laps on the board now. Big D on provisional pole early on. And as we say that, Fraser just takes that place. We're watching Fraser just on his cool down up there. We'll go to spec belt, just coming through the sphere section, just next to the monorail there above our heads on the right hand side, going around to the right. As we come out of the turn 13 pass Treasure Island on the left-hand side, you've got the Flamingo and Caesar's Palace on the right, where we used to have Formula One action back in the 1980s in the car park of that hotel, going down to the end of the strip, passing Paris and the Cosmopolitan when you hit the brakes on the right-hand side, and in to that left-hander through the right and then the left. And just a little Easter egg, just on the right-hand side here, in the early part of 2001, start of January, I was about 7 years old, stayed in the Marriott Hotel there on the right-hand side. Across the line, Spec Bell, second fastest. Wasted on me, they're going to Las Vegas at 7 years old, I'll tell you that. I think my mum and dad might have had a bit more fun than I did. As Fiora Fast coming down to the last corner of turn 17, where, if any of you have watched it yet, at the F1 movie where Sonny Hayes had his big accident there on the exit of that corner in his penultimate race of the season, Cold Steel on his flying lap now, as he goes down Covell Lane up to turn 5. That's Caesar's Forum corner and into the Sphere section. As he comes out of turn 12. And coming up to that final corner of turn 17 for Cold Steel in the Sauber, sitting 15th in the championship on 88 points. 7th place for him on the board. Here comes Fanatic Pork, someone we've seen on the channel, someone new to F1 Power Grid. 12 fastest for him at 1:32 dead on the nose for that man. Evening, mate. So with just a smidge under 9 minutes to go, Famous Way on a lap, I do believe, down Covell Lane. Bumpy down that back straight. DRS open for there, of course, a long sweeping left-hander of 6, 7 and 8. An invalidation for Famous Wayne as well. Who else is on a lap? This man, Diablo, looks to be on a lap. Previous attempt to 31.9 as he comes up to the Sphere section, hits the wall and backs straight out of the lap. Fanatic Port, Mikey, both in the pits. Atmos looking to go into the pits as well, or is starting another lap. We're right on board with Atmos for his lap. See what time he sets in sector 1. It's a 26.5 first time around. And he's actually down. It's a 26.7 for him. And this is an improvement. Very cautious, hesitant in the slow speed. These cars, so being so heavy, can be quite clunky in the slow speed corners. Go down the strip, and there, as I said, is the Bellagio on your right and the fountains. And you've got the Paris Hotel on the left before you hit the brakes at turn 14 at Cosmopolitan Hotel, and out and onto this final back straight. No DRS along here, nor the start finish straight into turn 17, Top Golf corner, and across the line it's faster, and it's 12th fastest for Atmos. Gandalf over the line, 6th fastest for him, and RS for Rhea across the line as well. And the other RS across the line in 9th place. What's this man going to do? As I said, leading the championship as it stands, coming into the pits with 5 minutes, sorry, and 35 left on the clock. I know you can't see it, but I can, which is quite handy. Keeps us all informed when the clock goes on the cautions, because they're around a lot of the time with slow moving cars. We've got a slow moving Sauber, who I think will pretty much come to an absolute complete halt. So, about enough time, plenty enough time for one run, but that really is all that's left. Cold steel now, going flat out of course through turn 11 and into 12, hitting the brakes. Very tricky corner to get right there. Down this strip we go. DRS open, with speed rising as we hit the brakes. We're doing 212 miles an hour. It was 360 kph almost when we hit the brakes. 340 kph, sorry, when we hit the brakes. Coming up to the line now, flat of course, staying close to the pit wall. 7th fastest is a 31.5. 3 drivers in those 31.5s. 3 drivers in the 2 drivers in the 31.4s, and then Andrea Borg at the moment, 2 Haas cars in a class of their own. Had a very, very strong partnership so far this season, but nowhere near as good as the Williams duo leading that Constructors' Championship. Still have 3 rounds to go after this one. And Pigs diving in at the last second. Mikey GTI down in 17th in the Alpine, which is not unusual in Formula 1 in 2025. On F1 25 though, Mikey should be able to improve in that Alpine with equal car performance of course, and coming through turns 10 and 11 now into the slight left of turn 11, hitting the anchors for turn 12, down a few cogs and then accelerating up through those gears again, all the way down to turn 14, Cosmopolitan. DRS now open. Is anyone going to be able to get to that 215 mile an hour window? I don't think so. Mikey improved both of his sector times. If you go around the final corner and across the line for him, it's a 31.9, quite a way off the pace, over a second off the provisional pole time. Just under 2 minutes left to go on the clock. So most drivers out now on their out laps or flying laps. Andrea Borg has retired and doesn't think he'll be able to improve. Maybe he's trying to save a set of softs for later on. RS Ferreira. Through the sphere section, coming out of turn 9. Down the semi-stretch towards turn 10 in the fast right-hander and the fast left of turn 11. Must be a heavy toll on the neck when those drivers do actually come through that corner. Freya down the main straight, goes down the back straight, so I think down the drift. Wouldn't it have been amazing if you could have had the start-finish straight with the pit lane on the straight? That would have been awesome, but I suppose we can get more grandstands with the 2 roads that are there, or the 2 lanes, should I say, because we do only go down the 1. If we come up towards the 9 now with Ferreira, improves by just over half a tenth and moves up into 13th place. That was a couple of positions up, as RS also moves up a position or 2. Ferreira actually taking the purple first sector. And takes on another lap now. Isn't improving in the first sector. Didn't do that the last lap around either. We wait for the next cars to come up to the line. And these are the Racing Bulls of famous Wayne, who improved in the first, didn't in the second, and improved massively in that third sector. Puts him 3rd place on the second row. Is that Fanatic Port across the line there, and he will start right in the mid-pack unless a lot more people will improve. The field is extremely close in that mid-pack though, in the 1:35 ones, as more times come in too quickly to keep up. Chaz Knight Rider, the track is improving. He goes 4th fastest. Speckbaug in the Williams, the driver, one of the 2 drivers who are in the lead of that Constructors' Championship, goes 7th, and then Big D puts it on the front row. The driver in the lead of the championship is Mikey GTI, getting himself out of 17th. No, he isn't. Ferreira going slowly as well, and Gandalf coming up to the line. I've been a bit unprepared today. There is your grid. Andrea Ball, Big D, Fraser, Pigs Do Fly, Chaz Knight Rider, Gandalf 6th, 7th, Diablo 8th, Famous Wayne, Speckbaug 9th, 10th is Atmos. I'll be back in a second. Cut myself short. I'll be back in a second. So, with the start of the formation lap, as you can see, Andrea Borg on the hard tyres. Only 2 drivers inside the top 10 on those hard tyres, and that is first and 10th. Everyone else on the mediums in between that hard tyre sandwich in the top 10. 2 others on the hard tyres throughout that grid, but everyone else other than that on those medium tyres. 15 on those medium tyres to be precise. 4 drivers on the hard tyre. No soft tyres to speak of. So, of course, Famous Wayne, second in the championship, down in 8th. E-Golf not here tonight, and Koyaks down in 19th place. It's all looking good for Big D in that Drivers' Championship. He needs to just secure good points. Hopefully the others around him will finish lower than him, and more so hopefully for him, a lot lower. But wouldn't it be great to see like a comeback drive from someone like Koyaks, who's just moving up the championship and can still secure that with a few races to go. Remember, 50 points for a win in F1 Power Grid. As we come up towards the line now, we had a comment the other day, don't worry, we're just going to take the... No, we'll just leave it like this, actually. Still got more of a picture here, so we won't have any timings up for the first lap. No, we won't. We will take it away. We will take it away. Just for the first lap, so don't panic. I've got the timings up here with everyone, and everyone's name correct, so get a much better view of proceedings. Just waiting for the drivers at the back to form up. Of course, that's Koyaks Gamer starting right at the very back. We're ready to get going in just a moment. As the lights get going, Andrea Borg on pole, Big D alongside him, 5 red lights and foot flat to the floor here in Sin City. Andrea Borg getting a very bad start, and Big D going up into the lead. It looks like Fraser trying to make a move here on the inside as well to make Andrea lose a couple of positions, but around turn 2 onto Koval Lane, it's still Big D leading us away. Diablo moving up in position down in 6th place as we go along towards the next corner into that sphere section. As we see a battle here, Pigs going up the inside on Chaz Knight Rider. As we go in to the next set of corners, we have Atmos, who has crashed towards the back there and will fall all the way to the very back. And that is not good news for the Kick Salbers. His teammate Cold Steel is in 11th as of right now. And he's just been able to get himself back going again. As we watch Andrea Borg can go down the Las Vegas strip. And we see a move being sized up here by Pigs again. His teammate another place ahead of him. Up the inside, he's not going to collide with his teammate. He's close, but his teammate actually gave him a lot of space. And Pigs up into 3rd place as we start the next lap. And as you can see, Big D taking that fastest lap. And DRS is available. Koyaks Gamer into the pit lane, and they're coming together early on. It's a front wing change and hard tyres for him. Atmos as well coming into the pits. As we see Diablo and Chaz Knight Rider here up on the inside. Bit of contact there between the Alpine and Mercedes as we come around the next sequence of corners. The Alpine is firmly got that position. And there is a long old DRS zone to come up now. Similar distance this, including the left and right sit back in. When you do start to top out around this place. It's a fine balance with the setup as well. As you see in the background there, Cold Steel just trying to break the toe. No good though, is AAR fast is too fast for Cold Steel. And on the outside there for Raya. And then into the wall for Raya on that outside. And Hansi got some damage. Every silver lining and all that. He is right next to the pit lane entry and doesn't go in. I believe Cold Steel though. No, who was that went into the pits? Oh, it was Aston Martin. It was RS that dived into the pits. Front wing change for him as well. Will it be close between him and Koyex Gamer? When he comes out of the pits, I can imagine not actually. Not as close as I thought it might have been. So as we go on to lap 3, and firmly on to lap 3 now, as we're into turns 11 and 12. DRS available again for Andrea Borg. More battery this time for Andrea Borg, and the two Haas drivers going to work together here as Pigs does actually start to fall back a little bit as Andrea Borg closes that gap significantly to Big D with this long old straight here. Absolutely no contest whatsoever. As we go on to the next lap, and Big D going for the move again into turn 1. No DRS though, and then off the road, and Pigs now trying to make the move himself after overtaking his teammate after he was forced off, and Big D just giving a little bit of space. The only other DRS zone here down Koval Lane. But isn't able to make the move. Is Andrea Borg going to be driving angry now after losing that place? A big queue here, really inside the top 10, all the way inside the top 10, all still very, very close together. Has anyone got the speed for an overtake? Down Las Vegas Boulevard. There is a move. Big D. Oh, and then Andrea Borg making a bit of contact there with his rival. I think Andrea Borg as well, 6th place. He would still be in with a shout of the championship if he had some really, really good results. And the luck of the racing gods swung in his direction as Diablo goes up the inside of turn 1. He's going to still have to fight it out through 2 as Fraser has that inside line, and Fraser will have DRS to attack, but vice versa, Diablo will have it to defend. Down Koval Avenue again in Speckwell. Close, but not close enough. We ride on board with Fanatic Borg. and into turn 12, and just looking ahead, look at this, Speckbalg and Chas Knight Rider has made a mistake, so Speckbalg's got that position, so is Famous Wayne as he goes through. Is he going to go on the attack on for that position the Williams has right now, that 6th place position? He surely is. And Speck actually hasn't got the DRS for making that overtake, and he does lose 1 place, maybe 2, as the Mercedes tries to go around the outside. Famous Wayne now up into 6th place, trying to hunt down the leaders as they go 3 wide into turn 17. What a spectacle there into the final corner, and Andrea Ball takes the place, and Big D now fighting it for that 2nd place position, but not for long, as So Pigs gets into 2nd place, and it's a 1-2 for the Haas cars for the first time in this race on lap 6 of 25. That was spectacular into the final corner, giving each other copious amounts of space. Top 10 all still very close together. All within that 1 second window. No one else, actually, no duo is in that 1 second window right now. It's all about saving the battery to use it down this straight to make up places. And really, it's going to be a jockey for first all the way through, because the driver in first place doesn't really have much of a hope within 8 or 9 tenths if they're going to keep the place, which Andrea does this time around. And as I said, still that close inside the top 10. Look how close, though, Famous Wayne is to the McLaren of Fraser. Is he going to go for the move? Surely he's going to think about it. It's Big D, and So Pigs are still fighting it out, and Famous Wayne not able to get past the McLaren just yet. Got the other McLaren driver, Fanatic Pork, right behind him. So got to have a good look in his mirrors. All of them well and truly stuck within that DRS train as of right now. So down the back straight. Andrea been able to make a little bit of breathing space, but it does really start to close up into those final few corners. And he's really trying to eke out that gap. He's got a couple of corners. Well, 1 corner, should I say, before the detection point, and he's just got to that position and out of it now. And might be crucial for him to be able to break away. And is doing that right now. So, just starting lap 10. Lap 9, sorry. Oh, so close. Pigs and Big D here. It's getting very feisty between the two. Pigs down in 7th place. Mathematically possible to win the championship, but definitely very much a big outsider for that championship. Andrea Borg, though, very close to him as well. 5 points between them. Slightly more of a chance. But Famous Wayne is just starting to creep up, as I said. And the top three all... Oh, what's happened here? What's happened to Pigs? He's left the session. Can we get him back in? Bear with me a second, see if we can get him back in. So as we go down the back straight, Andrea Borg now almost 2 seconds in the lead. This is really what he needs for his championship fight. But what he doesn't need is Big D. Still right there with him in second place, going on to lap 10 now, and a few drivers opting to make their stop. High Deg, of course, in F1 25. It's mainly a 2-stop race. Trying to maybe eke out to a 1-stop around this place. And hopefully Pigs will be able to get back into the session, as he has done now. But he is down in 10th place and is unable to help his teammate out now. The field is starting to spread out. And when will we see pit stops from the top 5? Andrea Borg will go on a little bit longer in those hard tyres, really working well for him at this stage of the race. And here goes Famous Wayne into those top 3 positions as Fraser dives in the pits and has to duck behind him to get into that pit lane. Fanatic Pork stays out and he's into the top 3 himself as well, and has the advantage of being able to have DRS. So, just going down the back straight now. Fanatic Pork surely going to take the place is Boy Knockout, who we've not mentioned yet so far today. Moving up into 5th, overtaking Gandalf, who has 6 seconds worth of penalties, the only driver on the grid to have penalties as it stands right now. A battle in the midfield going on is Specbalg trying to go past Diablo and Ferreira as well, as We've only got Cold still just up ahead, and Smackvalve and Diablo almost came together, maybe did slightly come together as they come through those next sequences of corners of 14, 15 and 16 down this short stretch towards 17. We've seen 3 wide earlier on. We're going to see 2 wide this time with the Alpine just behind as they go 3 wide towards turn 1. And contact with the driver in the middle. Smackvalve being sandwiched, and Cold Steel moving up into 3rd place as Diablo fighting, squabbling for position as one of those 2. And then another bit of contact, and Big Steel has lost a part of his front wing, and probably was a little bit too early for him to come into the pits. It's absolutely spoilt his day. Fanatic Pork also getting involved. Too many drivers getting involved, too many drivers to keep up with, to be honest. It's Famous Wayne coming through that pack, trying to get towards those leaders after he is pitted as well, and Andrea Borg still going to be out for a few more laps. He's 10 seconds in the lead as it stands. And that front fight is now turned into a midfield fight with all the pit stops going on as we speak. And then almost again 3 wide at turn 13. Turn 12, sorry. And we've got a retiree, and we've got a virtual safety car deployed. And if there's anyone left on the mediums, which I don't think there are, but is it a touch too early for the hard tyre? The drivers on the hard tyres to go on the mediums. Andrea Borg doesn't think so. Comes out on those medium tyres, and we'll try and eke it out and hope he can get to the end, as he will come out in the lead of the race as well. However, he's got a long way to go till we get to the end, and I imagine we're going to get going again in just a moment. No, just he was speeding up. Down the straight. It's been a long safe BSC. Helping drivers who have just pit for the mediums to the end. Of course, the cars will be lighter, so they won't be so hard on the tyres. And Fiora getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC, and Diablo going for a decisive, optimistic move, and maybe for a second here on Smackvalve. This will be spectacular if he gets that done. Not yet. It's going to have to wait to the end of the Las Vegas Strip as we go in towards that DRS zone, and then Mr. Beefy Boy absolutely out of nowhere before that DRS zone goes through to take the place. How many cars is this? I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars battling over position as Mr. Beefy Boy and Diablo come together again at Cosmopolitan, out of those few corners into the final corner. Big D moving up a position, needs to get clear of these guys quickly, who are always going to put up a fight, as they are now fighting over position. Well and truly, after pretty much all the pit stops have been concluded. So we've only had one driver out so far, and a lot of action as we go just over the halfway point. And Andrea around 6.5 seconds in the lead. Just climbing over that 7-second mark now as we see Fight still going on. It's Famous Wayne trying to get past Mr. Beefy Boy and Big D as well to take that third place position. As it is, Big D's on the inside here and so close. Don't get the best camera angle at turn 14 out the wall there, but it does really close up. And I'm going to go for it into the final or first corner. They are not. So into the section now and on towards turn 4, and Wayne just holding back here. It's not going to be too long until the strip. That's really where we only see moves, or turn 1, last corner in turn 1 as well. We've seen that quite a few times today as well. And Andrea still in a very, very comfortable position. Is Spec Battle in second, also got quite a decent margin to his teammate behind. And there goes Fanatic Pork, passing Mr. Beefy Boy before the detection point, which is further along the straight. And another move for Fanatic Pork. And as we go on to the next lap, on to lap 16, 8.5 seconds now is the lead for Andrea Borg, unless he puts a foot wrong. It should be pretty easy for him, but he also has to make sure those tyres stay in good nick. So, here comes Mr. Beefy Boy. He was on the inside there, but wasn't able to get the move done. Is anyone going to go for a move into turn 1? Had someone leave the session again. It's Pigs who's had an issue. We'll get him another invite again. Bear with me. Invite sent. So again, comfortable for Andrea Borg. This fight in the midfield going on right now. Williams in a great position again for that constructors. As we go down to the Cosmopolitan Hotel, Big D certainly thought about it there against his championship rival. very close between them. We'll hope they'll catch up to Speckbell. As I said, unless Andrea does something wrong, falls off the circuit, it's looking pretty comfortable for him. Big D had a look that time around. Oh, big slide from him as well, almost making contact with the wall on the left rear. This is the most important battle going on here, and Fanatic Pork's involved in it. It's a championship fight, and they're not closing in at the moment on Speckbell. Andrea Borg is just getting further and further down the road. And here goes Big D again. Lap 18 was the time to make the move. And just close in a little bit on Speckbell, but I think that's the help of the DRS playing a big role in the time coming down when we start the next lap. Thought we might have gone for it again there, Mr. Beef Boy, though. He's going it for it this time, and Diablo gets it straight back with the defensive move on the outside into turns 8 and 9 in the sphere section as Pigs retires from the session. Just been an unlucky and miserable day for him. No fault of his own. Should have been up in this battle or further up. Maybe towards Andrea Borg, but we will never know. And Mr. Beefy Boy there making a crucial error out of turn 12. And Famous Wayne trying to go past again. And again, a little bit of time taken out of Speckbell. And here we go again. Pork thinking about it. Oh, and then Famous Wayne just thought, I'll have a go. And that go is paid off with another overtake, but they are losing time now as they go 3 wide towards the sphere section. Very tight between them as they do make a bit of contact. Fanatic Pork backs out of it for the good of the overall race as we on that 20 now of 25 into the sphere section. That turn 7, turn 8 now, and by the monorail. Is Famous Wayne close enough? Surely he is on a long straight like we have here. We're waiting for a little bit of battery recharge. as we go down Colwell Lane once again. Over 10 seconds now for Andrea Borg over Svetbal, who is sitting very comfortably and hasn't put a foot wrong. Now extending the advantage he has over these three, who are fighting it out, and with only a few laps to go, Fanatic Port might be on for a podium, or I think a first podium this season for him. There's no point, just a reserve driver driving from McLaren this evening. As we go down to Cosmopolitan, Famous Wayne again taking the place, but any of these three could take that final podium place. And the mediums just worked very well for Andrea Borg. And Port been very wise here with his racecraft and just biding his time. And just waiting to see what happens towards the end. And Fiora making up a place on Gandalf here on the other DRS straight, much shorter. Well, actually, I think in terms of the actual length of the DRS straight, I think they're about the same. But the Las Vegas strip is much longer, and they have to wait a while to get that DRS availability. And Port's close this time around. The DRS opens up for them. And Port very fast in a straight line around this place. Here goes Fraser. Moving up past Diablo. Only 3 laps to go. And as I said, Andrea looking in a very promising position. And Speckbell comfortable as well. And another move there from Big D. It's all getting a little hot under the collar. The race has been simmering up to now between these three, but it really is starting to get towards boiling point as we come out of turn 9 through 10 and 11. We have to report now into 4th. And it will be so interesting what will happen towards the end. As we go into the next corner, here goes Pork again. Thought he was actually going to go for a move on the pair of them here, but isn't able to do so yet. Koyek's Gamer, what a performance from him so far, up to 6th place. Excellent performance. And again, Speckbell just getting further on down the road. I'm surprised he hasn't made any progress on Andrea Borg in these final sort of 4 or 5 laps. Andrea obviously just eking out those mediums to the end. It's the best thing for him to do. So, with just over a lap to go, Pork dropping back here. As we go on the final lap, it's almost 11.5 seconds in the lead for Andrea Borg. So, on to the final lap with Andrea Borg quite a while ago. And we'll just see what ensues between these three drivers. We've been seeing it for so long. His Fanatic thought about it. Famous Wayne's not going to want to be in the position he's in. And just charging up the battery towards the end as Port looks to the outside at turn 7. We may just be able to see Andrea cross the line, but we will very, very quickly cut back to these three as they come down towards Raffles Boulevard. That's Singapore, Joe. Las Vegas Boulevard. And what will happen between these three is Andrea Borg's coming in to the final corner and coming up towards the line. Here goes Big D getting closer and closer to his championship rival. Is he going to be able to make the place on the outside as Andrea Borg crosses the line? And it looks like Famous Wayne is going to be able to keep it as he has enough breathing space as we get towards the line. Andrea Borg wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Spec Bow comes in second, Famous Wayne in third, and Big D in fourth. Less than 1 second between second and fourth, and between third and fifth. And Fantastic Pork did finish in that fifth place. And driver of the day, Quix Gamer. And Spec Bell, yeah, P90, P2 is very, very good indeed. We're waiting for the last driver to cross the line, but Andrea Borg taking the hat-trick. We saw it last week, and again this week, this time on Tuesday. Pole position, the fastest lap, and the race win for Andrea Borg. Maybe he's should go and put a bit of money on a roulette table. Maybe not. Maybe that's not very appropriate thing to say, Joe. Podium there for you. And the final order, Andrea Borg, as I said, taking that hat-trick. And win, Spec Belg in second. Third place was Famous Wayne. Just took some points back from his championship rival. That was very, very important for his final few races of the season. Big D in fourth. Fanatic Pork finishing in fifth place. A very, very good performance for him on his debut. Quix Gamer finished in sixth. Seventh was Diablo. Eighth was Fraser. Ninth was Boy Knockout in what I believe is his first race as well. Fire Fast rounds out the top 10. Cold Steel in 11. 12, Mr. Beefy Boy. Gandalf is 13th. 14th is Ferreira. 15th, Atmos. 16th, Mikey. 17th is RS. So Pigs Do Fly did not finish, nor did Chaz Knight Rider. So that's it for round 9. And I believe we're going to Qatar for next week's race. Only 3 rounds to go. As I said, we'll be back tomorrow night, as per usual, in Austria at the Red Bull Ring for DTS Senna with the custom teams and liveries. It's a really nice league to watch and commentate over. So, until next time, we'll see you tomorrow. Or if not, we'll see you next week. Make sure you keep liking the video, subscribing to the channel. If anyone's got to the end and heard this, somebody said it once today, please subscribe to the channel. Only 3 left on our last look to 500. Until then, we'll be back next week for Division 2 and DTS Centre for tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you next time.